Hi, I'm Chef Tony Matassa. Today we're making a family favorite, but with a little bit of a twist. We're making lasagna, but we're going to do grilled vegetables, and also we'll be subbing out the ground beef for grilled ribeye steak. Let's get started by seasoning up our ingredients. For the grilled vegetables, I have some portobello mushrooms, 1 orange bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper, and 2 zucchini cut into planks. To prep these for the grill, I have them coated in some olive oil, and we'll season them up with some black pepper and coarse salt. The other veggies we'll be prepping will be some eggplant, some carrots, and a red onion. Now this lasagna will work just fine if you want to keep it vegetarian, but what can I say? I really love steak, so I'll just coat both sides of a ribeye with some olive oil and season with some black pepper and coarse salt to taste. Now you can get your grill set up for direct high heat grilling. Today I'm using the Bison charcoal lighter, which is pretty awesome because it runs on butane and it also has a built-in fan for getting the coals started. And now we're ready to get some fire-grilled flavor on our steak and vegetables. After about a minute, you can go ahead and crosshatch the steak. Turn the vegetables once they have a good bit of color on them. Grilling them before putting them in the lasagna is going to really bring out some of the great flavors. I can go ahead and flip the steak. It has a great looking sear on it. It'll be hard not to eat these ingredients straight off the grill, but rest assured the lasagna will be worth the wait. With all of our vegetables and steak having some good color on them, you can remove them to a pan and grill up any remaining vegetables that didn't fit in the first batch. When you finish grilling everything, you can preheat your oven to 350 degrees while assembling the lasagna. For the grilled vegetables, I like to cut them into thin slices long ways so that they layer well, but so that you're also able to get the individual flavors of each thing. When slicing a ribeye, I like to separate this outer edge of the meat so I can make thin slices out of it, but also make thin slices out of the center section. You want to shave thin slices of steak across the grain and toss it in the large pan with all of your sliced vegetables. To make the sauce for our lasagna, use 2 cups of your favorite Alfredo sauce and 7 cups of your favorite Marinara sauce. If you want to make my homemade sauces, which are what I'm using today, I'll have them attached to the lasagna recipe and the link is in the description. To the Alfredo, whisk in some cornstarch, then combine the Marinara sauce to the Alfredo and you're ready to assemble your lasagna. Add some fresh grated Parmesan and diced mozzarella to the vegetable mixture. Toss in a couple spoonfuls of sauce and mix everything together well. Butter your lasagna pan. You'll be glad you did later. Now just put a little bit to coat the bottom of your pan with a thin layer of sauce. You can kind of level it out by moving the pan from side to side. Next, add a layer of lasagna noodles. Today I'm using no-boil lasagna noodles. I like reducing a step whenever possible. Don't worry if the noodles don't fit perfectly in the pan. Just snap them in half if need be. Spread a layer of sauce on top of the noodles. Then follow that with a layer of the vegetable mixture. Once you have the vegetable mixture evenly spread out, top with some grated Parmesan and some diced mozzarella, because why not? Cheese is awesome. Finish the layering with some sauce and repeat that order until you reach the top of your casserole dish. Once you reach the last layer, top with some of your sauce and speckle with some mozzarella and Parmesan. Cover the lasagna with foil and place it in an oven set at 350 degrees. Allow it to cook for about 20 minutes. Then you can remove the foil for the last 10 minutes to brown the top. Once all the cheese looks good and melted and the sauce is bubbling, you can remove the lasagna and allow it to set up for 10 to 15 minutes before serving. I like to garnish with some fresh basil, and it's time to give it a try. How do you improve on a traditional favorite like lasagna? Well, you start out by grilling all the ingredients and you swap out the ground beef with a little ribeye steak. Boom! That's how you do it. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. For more recipe videos and product demonstrations, check back often or subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Chef Tony Matassa, and remember, at BBQGuys.com, we smoke the competition.